The time is 12 noon on this Tuesday afternoon, September 26, 2017. It is time now for the Peter Channel News Report on this Tuesday afternoon, September 26, 2017. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Time is 12 noon on this September 26, 2017. Tuesday afternoon, top story out of Peter Channel. New news report on this September 26 is Obamacare repeal appears dead again. Puerto Rico suffering in return crisis after Maria San Juan mayor says. NCAA basketball coaches among 10 charged with fraud and corruption. At least 6 White House advisors used private email accounts. All of one bar's parents lash out North Korea is not a victim, they're terrorists. Equifax CEO slips in after data breach, he'll still get $18 million pension. Turkey condemns Kurdish independence vote as Western opposition softens. Fears of Bali volcano ruptures spark an exodus of 75,000. President Trump is more interested in NFL protests than the storm in Puerto Rico, which is not complicated. The new risk of Europe and inward look in Germany. Georgetown faculty already clashed with Sessions that had a free speech address. Black lawmaker condemns Trump kneels at Congress to honor NFL players. Dean Scales 2015 corruption conviction is overturned. North Korean media may have misreported events that took place at the 72nd session of the United Nations General Assembly. Some Iraqi legislatures attempted to ask Iraqi President Fred Massam out a controversial Kurdish independence referendum. A South Korean Communication Ministry said North Korea food prices have been skyrocketing in September. Home prices in 20 major U.S. cities saw an increase in July that was much greater than expected, a new survey said Tuesday. President Trump will address news media Tuesday afternoon with Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy. Hurricane Irma's effects on Florida's citrus region is expected to send orange juice prices higher and may possibly harm the industry's long-term outlook. The GOP head of the Oversight Committee has joined the calls for the White House to give information about the use of the private email servers for government work. U.S. consumer confidence falls. New home sales hit 8-month low. North Korea tensions technology sell-off way on Wall Street. Home prices in 20 U.S. cities increased more than forecast. Look at that. Stock now up 7.21 at 22,303.30. SP 5 up 2 3/4 at 24.99.41. And Nasdaq up 9.53 at 6,380.13. Iceberg 4 times the size of Manhattan and just buffering an Antarctic place for fueling concerns runaway ice. New study found possibly the most unlikely region of the world is. Vegetative state patient responds to therapy. Lows of weight and age leads to cost savings, Johns Hopkins suggests. West Nile death toll hit 7 in LA County, officials said. Peter, Channel News Time. 12:03 on this Tuesday afternoon. It's time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox will be taking on Toronto Blue Jays. Game time 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. In considered Texas, where football's like Trump versus NFL hits close to home. NBA players want changing out, must decide how to proceed. Trump wants NFL owners to fire protest players. Can they? And Dwayne Wade heavily leaning toward the Cleveland Cavaliers. Peter, Channel News Time. 12:03 on this Tuesday afternoon, and it's time now for a wet traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's study off on the MTA the weather. Pittsburgh train 4:14 10:50 a.m. from Worcester up at 5:10 p.m. between Lincoln and North Station. Western train 5:14 10:30 a.m. from Worcester is up at 5 minutes between Ashland and South Station. And the ferries are out, looking good. Okay, look at the hours and byways of New England on this Tuesday afternoon. Ford on the northbound side, Little Slow around Route 102 in Quonset Point, 130 westbound side, Little Slow between the Newport Bridge to Jamestown. 495 on the southbound side, a little slow from 280 in Littleton on to Route 2. Central West Massachusetts highways are looking good. 95 on the southbound side, so from 395 to Route 1 in Old Line. 84 westbound side, Lewis and Denbury stretch, and Vermont Remaining highways are looking good. Peter Chill news time is 12:05 on this Tuesday afternoon. It's time now for a weather report, and it's another summer-like day today. And if you got any outdoor activities, you're good to go. And for those who are going to the Norton High School Senior Cruise in Boston tonight from 5 to 10 p.m., perfect weather conditions, 75 at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 71 and partly cloudy. So it'll be perfect weather for a senior cruise around Boston Harbor with a Norton High School tonight. Okay, looking at current conditions in the Norton at 12:05 p.m. It is 78 degrees, our temperature 2.70, humidity 77%, and barometer 30 inches. Current conditions around the region at 72 in Boston, 75 at Bedford, 77 in Beverly and Gloucester, 82 in Pittsburgh and Worcester, 79 in Norwood, 72 in Taunton, 75 in Bedford, 73 in Plymouth, 69 in Woodsall, 77 in Providence, 72 in Quonset, 72 in Block Island, and 73 in Falmouth and Chatham, 66 in Provincetown, 71 in Nantucket, 75 in Boston Vineyard, 70 in Montauk, 75 in Islip and in New York City, 72 in Bridgewood and New Haven, it's 79 in Edinburgh, Waterbury, and Merritt and Gedack, 75 in Hartford and Winslow and Springfield, 77 in Greenfield, 79 in North Pittsfield, 79 in Rutland, Bennett, and Vermont, and Albany, New York, and Silver Springs, 72 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, it's 77 in Keene, Hampshire, 79 in Stratford, New Hampshire, it's 81 in Nashua, and Manchester, and Concord, and Lebanon, New Hampshire, and Lakeland, New Hampshire, it's 81, 77 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Portland, Maine. Okay, looking at search map around the country that shows stationary front from New Mexico down to western Texas, measures cold front from western Texas all the way out to Minnesota with a low pressure centered around Minnesota and a warm front from northern Great Lakes all the way up into northern Canada, low pressure in Ontario, while high pressure in the southeastern Ohio Valley, followed by from Michigan down for western PA, followed by off the DC coast, stretching up the Atlantic seaboard over to western Nova Scotia, high pressure region of western plains and regions around the eastern Pacific Northwest and down for Idaho and Yellowstone Valley, followed by up and down the Oregon, California coast, another one from Oregon and up to Washington State down to British Columbia, followed by stretching from Alberta all the way curving down to Rockies and Mexico frontal boundary, another one from 7 to Mexico, down from Mexico, followed by from 7 to Nevada all the way down to the Gulf of California. Low pressure regions in Southern California and Washington State, Idaho, and down to Montana. It's 80 degrees in Detroit, 79 in Pittsburgh, it's 75 in Washington, D.C., 74 out in Washington, D.C., it is 80 in Atlanta, 81 in Miami, Florida, and in Dallas, Texas, it's 87 in Brownsville, Texas, it's 64 in Kansas City, 57 in Omaha, Nebraska, 82 in Chicago, 60 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 50 out in Great Falls, Montana, it's 56 in Seattle, 63 in San Francisco, 65 in Los Angeles, it's 63 out in Las Vegas, 67 in Phoenix, 61 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's 48 in Salt Lake City and 49 in Denver. Okay, take a look at our radar. Take a look at radar, and it shows it's a few batches of rain showers, a few hundred miles off the Cape Islands, to the east of Cape Islands, and few patchy rain showers just around Lockport in Nova Scotia, and rain showers off the southwestern coast of Nova Scotia, and patchy rain showers in western and eastern portions of Newfoundland, with some clouds hovering over Newfoundland and off the western coast of Nova Scotia, and some few rain showers off the Jersey Shore. And this is Maria, and focusing on it, and it shows the patchy rain showers north of Morehead City, North Carolina, all the way up to Kill Devil's Hills, and few rain showers on Williamstown Sound, North Carolina, and patchy rain showers off the Carolina coast, off the North Carolina coast, and rain showers stretching all the way southeast to Norfolk, Virginia. And around the country shows a lot of clouds and showers and storms from Texas all the way down to Oklahoma and down from southern Kansas, and patchy rain showers from northeast Missouri up in eastern Iowa and Iowa, Wisconsin, and northern portions of Minnesota, and in eastern portions of North Dakota, and southern portions of Manitoba all the way down to northern Ontario and western Quebec, and Patchy rain showers in New Mexico, and patchy rain showers from central British Columbia, 7 Alberta, western and southeastern portions of Saskatchewan, and patchy rain showers in 7 western North Dakota and north central South Dakota. Alright, the latest on the tropics. The latest on Maria. Hurricane Maria, 33.6 to the north, 73.1 west. Mass sustained winds 7 miles an hour. Movement north at 7 miles an hour. Tropical force winds near the North Carolina Outer Banks. That storm surge warning has been issued for Ocracoke Inlet to Cape Hatteras. And storm surge warning is in effect for Ocracoke Inlet to Cape Hatteras. Bogan Inlet to the North Carolina Virginia border, Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds. A storm surge watch in effect for Cape Lookout to the west of Ocracoke Inlet. North of Cape Hatteras at depth. A storm surge warning means that there is a danger of light threatening and inundation from rising water moving inland from the coastline and indicated locations. There's a life-threatening situation. Persons located within an area should take all necessary actions to protect life and property from rising water and the potential for other dangerous conditions, promptly for evacuation and other instructions from local officials. A tornado warning means that tornado conditions are expected somewhere in the warning area. A storm surge watch means that there is a possibly life-threatening inundation from rising water moving inland from the coast and line and indicated locations. For storm information, this particular area including possible in watches and warnings, please monitor the product station by our local National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 11 a.m., the center of Hurricane Maria will locate in latitude 33.6 to the north, longitude 73.1 in the west, and Maria is moving toward the north near 7 miles an hour. There's general motion with some decrease in forward speed expected for tonight. A trend toward the north-northeast is expected on Wednesday on. The forecast track to the center of Maria will pass east of the coast of the North Carolina during the next couple of days. Max sustained within near 75 miles an hour gust. Gradual weakness forecasted during the next couple of days, and Maria is forecast to become a tropical storm within the next day or so. And Maria is a large hurricane. Hurricane force winds extend out to 1 and 5 miles an hour from the center, and tropical force winds extend out to 240 miles an hour. Anyway, Buoy 841025, located about 50 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, recently reported out sustained wind at 39 miles an hour, wind gusts up to 49 miles an hour. Last minimum center pressure estimated from the reconnaissance aircraft data is 971 millibars at 28.68 inches. Tropical storm conditions are expected to the water beginning this afternoon, and storm surge is coming into dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry earth near the coastline to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. The water is expected to reach the fall nights above ground, and the peak surge occurs at that time of high tide. Cape Lookout, the deck including the sand side of Outer Banks, 2 to 4 feet. Surge really flooding depends on the relative time of the surge and the tidal cycle, and it can vary greatly over the short distance. For information specific area, please see part of the procedure about local National Weather Service Forecast Office. Rainfall areas are expected to produce total rain accumulations of 1 to 2 inches over the Outer Banks of the North Carolina for Wednesday. Large swells generated by Maria are affecting much of the east coast of the United States. These swells are also affecting Bermuda, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and the Bahamas. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surface conditions, and please consider part of me a local weather office for more information. And that is on Hurricane Lee. Now it's 105 miles per hour with 29.9 in the north, 52% in the west at 11 a.m. Movement west at 10 miles an hour. There should be no threat to land. Lee graduates Raymond while it moves westward at 11 a.m. at 11 certain time. Hurricane Lee was looking to latitude 29.9 in the north, latitude 53.7 in the west, and Lee is moving toward the west near 10 miles an hour. The hurricane is expected to turn northwestward at Wednesday and northward on Thursday. Max sustained within a 1 to 5 miles an hour gust, and Lee could strengthen a little more before weekend likely begins on Thursday. Lee is a storm of tropical cyclone. The hurricane force winds extend out to 150 miles an hour from the center, and tropical force winds extend out to 45 miles an hour. The estimated set pressure 975 millibars at 20.80 inches. Okay, looking at the latest forecast discussion. Unseasonably warm and humid conditions will continue throughout Wednesday, but there will be areas of overnight and early morning dense fog. The cold front moves out southern New England on Wednesday night and then offshore during Thursday. Moisture from Maria may enhance shower activity as the front moves throughout the Cape Downs, and much cool and less humid air will follow the front by the end of the weekend, and Hurricane Maria will continue to bring dangerous surface conditions to the ocean's exposed south coast, but pass well southeast of New England by week's end. Low clouds and fog are slowly but steadily breaking across western inland areas except the Connecticut Valley as well as southeastern Massachusetts and some of the mountain. Now it's GOES 16 non-up prelim satellite imagery. Observations will also signal that improved visibility. Low clouds linger a bit longer, especially the closer one gets to the coast. Improved conditions may make it to the coast, but only briefly, with light east-southeast winds keeping periods of low clouds along the immediate coast. Based on how quickly the clouds break in and how long they last will determine how high temperature may go. Have kept similar trends from the previous forecast, but will monitor closely, especially across eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Another issue will be whether any showers that have been passing well southeast of Nantucket may push closer to the coast. At this point, looks like they will remain offshore, so keep previous forecast going, but we'll continue to monitor. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For this afternoon, most of the sun's got about 81 degrees, calm wind for tonight. There's a dense fog after 11 p.m. Otherwise, increased cloud about 62 degrees, calm wind for Wednesday. Slight chance of showers after 2 p.m. There's a dense fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise, most of the clouds got about 83 degrees and light east wind to the southeast. Chest ratio is 20%. Wednesday night, a chance of showers may after 8 p.m. There's a fog after 2 a.m. Otherwise, most of the clouds got about 66 degrees and chance of precipitation is 30% low at 66 and south about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Thursday, a chance of showers may before 9 a.m. As for 90 miles, most of the city, most of about 76 about 49 degrees, winds and off about Friday, 8 miles an hour, chest pace 30%. For Friday, sunny podcast about 6 and about 48 degrees. Saturday, but sunny podcast about 6 for about 46 degrees. And for Sunday, sunny most of the coast about 60 about 45 degrees. And for Monday, Seth about 7 degrees. And Peter's what a phrase of the day. Another summer-like day today. And that's me for the Peter Joe News One. It's September 26, 2017 on a Tuesday afternoon. I appreciate you. Have a good afternoon. Goodbye. You have a good day.